All right, that should have done it. Excellent condition on the stream. Alrighty, that's officially live. Yo, what's up, tens? What's up, 1010s? Just getting the chat open here, and we should be all set and running here. Alrighty, sweet. Chat is up. What's up, 1010s? Welcome to the stream, boss. Yo, what's up, Rixie? Good morning, Rixie. Good freaking morning, everybody. How are we doing today? BTC Boomer, what is up? Good morning to you as well. How are we all doing today? Looks like we formed the C2. Got a confirmation below this SIST here, creating an equilibrium zone. Good morning, Traxillas. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? Hope we're doing fantastic. Gonna wait for this 5-minute closure here off of this 6:30 open. Did form a bearish change in state of delivery with the sweep of this London high here. We created a new London high, which created a new C2, which this then had a confirmation of this bearish SIST, but that 6:30 open invalidated it. So just one thing to watch for there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's gonna be a good day today. We're gonna have a killer trading day. We're gonna have a setup form. We're gonna smash the entry. Life is gonna be good. 3-minute SIST here as well. We are absolutely chunking down here on NASDAQ. Check what that hourly looks like, okay? So 25 minutes till this hourly closes here. If we get a closure on this hourly, we're going to have a huge reversal signature, and I can anticipate those Asia lows being retested around 391. So let's see what happens in the next hour here, but so far so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing here in terms of that closure. There's that C2 that we saw that was invalidated by that 6:30 open. Monday, no news, always tricky. Oh, absolutely. Always a tricky one. That's that new 5-minute open off that 6:30. A couple areas of interest here. We have this liquidity down here that I'm watching as well. What a morning. Quite an aggressive 6:30 open here. We did sweep that previous London high. And so now expecting a bit of a retracement towards that equilibrium prior to a next leg down here towards this lower liquidity. And then I do want to see those Asia lows, London lows and Asia lows get retested. This hourly right now, if we do get a closure on this hourly bearish, we will get a nice reversal signature here, which leads me to believe we'll have a continuation lower towards those Asia lows. So that's kind of what I'm watching for right now. Nothing too much other than that, but that's kind of the main thing for me today in terms of the watch list. And then gold here as well. Gold actually forming exactly what I wanted to see. We saw this C2 with this change in state of delivery on the 5-minute, which means it probably gave a 3-minute entry as well. Yep, actually funny enough, created a C2 long, but that looks like that might get invalidated as well here. So there we go. We'll see how this 5-minute plays out, but it was kind of the vibe for today, folks. Retest that equilibrium. We are respecting that equilibrium on the 5-minute time frame, which means I am anticipating some potential bearish volume lower, but just not going to take any entries until I get a confirmation. Mir, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Once again, guys, we just really want to make sure that we are waiting for a setup to form. I don't want to force into any trades. Yeah, this looks juicy. We've got a nice aggressive downtrend, but there's no reason to be trading this. It does not align with my trading system at the moment. So looks like ES here showing more relative strength than NASDAQ as well. Yeah, significantly more strength, or significantly less bearish strength than NASDAQ here, probably forming some no SMT yet, but we're probably gonna get SMT here at those highs. Yo, what's up, Kane? Oh my god, my fucking goat. That is my goat, guys. Kane is my goat. Yeah, so not much else here. Just want to see, let's look at some options as well. I'm going to let futures kind of do their thing while we, sorry about that. Forgot I got to get that open. Want to see kind of what happens here right now, but gold and NASDAQ are my two watches for right now. My goat, Kane. Mohammed, I've learned a lot from you, Leo. I'm really happy to hear that, boss. Really, really happy to hear that. I'm glad you've been enjoying the stream. Guys, we're going to do some options while we let futures play out right now. Just have no confidence in any trade right now. Yes, we got that change in state of delivery, but that 630 invalidated it with that sweep of that London high, which would have stopped you out if you did get that original 60 entry. But I am anticipating lower here if we get this hourly closure. We can anticipate, if we get an hourly closure, we'll get a nice bearish signature, probably pulling us back down to those Asia lows. Now, if you look at Tesla on a larger time frame in terms of options, Tesla had quite the run up on Friday here, as a lot of us know. Looks like we are getting some good bearish volume. We had a nice retracement here. On this hourly, we had a beautiful hourly retracement here, followed by a secondary hourly retracement. So I am anticipating higher movement here. Probably get a retest of this liquidity up at these highs at, yeah, so if we get a closure actually above 292.77, I'll be looking to grab some calls on Tesla, probably some weekly expiration there too. So we've got a couple things working in our favor here today. Looks like it's a pretty solid Monday. Just need to stay patient, sit back in the saddle until those setups come to us. Just to make sure, how is the mic audio for everybody? Is everything working well? Just want to make sure that I'm not talking and you guys can't hear me with some good quality. I don't want my sessions indicator on it now. I think we have a rough idea where everything needs to be. Yeah, ES portraying way more bullish strength here than NASDAQ on this hourly. Looks like we actually have formed SMT on the hourly highs here, which is something to watch for as well. That is quite the watch here. SMT at the highs. SMT at the highs, see if we get a closure, bearish closure on this hourly. Quality is great, wonderful. Happy to hear it. Welcome to the stream, by the way, everybody. Mohammed, I'm really happy to hear that I've been applying SIST concepts and it makes my trading much better. Mohammed, I'm very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that the streams, is it the streams and the videos that have been helping you out, or what's been the most useful resource for you in terms of this channel? Glad to know that Kane is around here too. That's how you know you're in the right circle. Dude, Kane is my goat, guys. Kane is an incredible trader. I'm sure you all know it. For those of you that don't, go check him out. Kane is absolutely insane. Click on his profile, give him a little subscription. I know we only have 26 of us, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to learn anything, you learn from the man himself. Big Dog Kane. Telling you right now. Live trading? Sweet. Sweet. I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks for letting me know, by the way, Mohammed. It really means a lot when I hear from individuals, kind of get these in-chat testimonials. There we go. Again, quite an aggressive movement here on NASDAQ as well. Looks like ES here breaking over those previous highs once again, forming once again that SMT. NASDAQ still below those highs at that Friday 4 o'clock. Kane will use variations of the fractal. So, I mean, to an extent, I kind of used T-Trade's fractal. I know Kane is an SMT god, so in a way I could say I utilize SMTs as well, but also the recording videos that keep me aligned with all the concepts. I have very high IQ, so I like to visualize and see the numbers. I'm happy to hear that. That's the best way to do it, boss. Gold here, invalidating any short setup right now. Looks like we actually did. Wow. I mean, somehow we respected that equilibrium on that candle, but that is, yeah. Gold's kind of ugly right now. Gotta stay away from gold, but NASDAQ and ES looking, wow. That is, NASDAQ and ES are looking like what I just said. Holy shit. A bit aggressive, eh? Just a tad. Yeah, so right now, no trades for me quite yet. Also watching for this break on Tesla on this hourly. Just want to see a closure above those highs, retest of that, and I'm going to be entering into some weekly expiration just to grab me a good 20-30% on this options trade here. But that is looking pretty nice. Watch this, guys. TTFM on Tesla. This would be nice. We did have a nice retracement on Tesla, and we are getting candle body closure above those previous highs. Not that wick high, but those candle body highs, which is a first step for some validation towards a call position here on Tesla. So we've got a couple things working in our favor. I'm quite amped about it. I am quite amped about it, folks. I won't lie. What an aggressive 5-minute here. This is exactly why I said do not enter any positions, guys. Do not chase the market just because it looks appealing, right? Too many people I know probably entered on this short position anticipating more downside. I mean, yeah, I was anticipating to potentially have some downside movement towards those London and Asia lows, but we did not get that hourly confirmation, which is what I was saying. I said if we got an hourly closure that gave us a bearish signature, then I did want to see, I did want to see a continuation towards London and Asia lows, but since we do not have this validation yet on this hourly, that does not, my bearish bias is indeed invalidated for the time being. This SMT here as well looks like, there we go, NASDAQ and ES have both filled that previous high now. This 5-minute is chunking, guys. Oh my gosh. Quite an aggressive movement. Let's see if we get a closure above those highs here, get a continuation. 10-10, so C2 basically means that candle 2, and typically when you look for a C2 you want to see a sweep of some previous low or previous high, right? So when I'm looking for a C2 signature, right, you see here we created this trend. We had a small bullish run followed by an invalidation where we created a new high paired with a new high from that previous high. So we had liquidity that was swept there that was paired with a 2 candle body up closure, which gave us this change in state of delivery. So with this move, when you're basically creating this new move, right, when I'm in the process of creating some move, we are creating those new highs within an hourly or a higher time frame candle, which is invalidating a previous one, giving us a new C2. So if we see this paired with a change in state, is a good chance we see a reversal signature if we pair it with a couple layers of confluence. Wale meow, what's up? Meow meow. What's up, big dog? Dear future husband, here's a few things you need to know if you want to be my one and only. Sorry guys, I'll stop singing. It's probably fucking annoying. Jesus. Guys, also some more exciting stuff. I know you guys may not care as much as I do, but Facecam streams will be starting soon. Just got the 1080p Logitech Facecam in store, so this is gonna be fun, guys. I'm honestly amped about it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to do some face cam streams with all of you, just do some facial reactions and just kind of be a little content creator. I'm pretty amped about it. 1010s, let me know if that answered your question, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Noise, nice. Yeah, little excited about it, not gonna lie. I'm pretty amped about it. Wow. I mean, hey, that original C2 long signature technically still was validated. For those of you that don't utilize the fractal, I'm just going to give you a little heads up. But once we got that closure, that 5-minute closure above this change in state, technically the fractal does work off of using those previous, change in state of delivery low followed by a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So this trade here actually is a valid long. So if you'd actually stayed in this position from that original entry, you just would have been down close to your stop, but still is indeed a valid long and getting close to that 2-to-1 risk to reward here. So, hey, not what I would have entered, but hey, we'll take it. Looks like Tesla now pushing above that previous high. Bang, baby. That's what we need to see. Let me throw that in our Discord watch list really quick here. Yeah, ask questions while I'm sort of doing my thing here, guys. Love answering whatever you guys want me to. If you guys have questions about trading, mindset, psychology, general technical analysis, just shoot me a little message in chat, guys. I'm here to teach all of you. Wow, NASDAQ here. NASDAQ just continuing. Looks like we're getting close to that 2-to-1 there with ES as well falling close behind. We see here ES gave a lot more validation on this position here. Just once we got that confirmation of that C2 change in state, we had a very, very nice movement. Almost, yeah, now hitting that nearly that minus 4.5 standard deviation. Or maybe it did. It's hard to tell. Yeah, smashing that minus 4.5 standard deviation on ES as well. Holy, what a trade, folks. So still currently no trades on the day for me. Just kind of enjoying myself, having a good old time, grand old time right now. How long do you wait to enter a trade? Javier, does it really? Who knows, right? If the setup forms... Oh, Alicia, good morning, good morning. How long do you wait to enter a trade? I wait until my setup forms. That's the simple answer. When my setup forms is when I enter the trade. If I don't get a confirmation of my setup, I'm not entering, right? It's that simple. It really is just a matter of, how's my setup formed? Great. Do I have an entry model that is formed with it? Great. Let me enter the trade now, right? It's just a matter of if I get that validation of a trade setup. But it's that simple, right? I just wait till a setup forms, and if I don't get a setup, then I don't trade. If I do get a setup, I do trade. That's all I need within the system. Howdy, howdy, what's up, Zinc? Good morning. Morning, boss man. I do, oh yeah, I'll show how I utilize EQ in a sec here. Give me 1 second, send in a couple messages here, and we'll be right back to it, folks. All right, so NASDAQ also forming once again another short signature. We look into the same think, man. What's up, Green? What do you mean by that, boss? I'm confused. I'm hella confused what you mean by that. Yeah, looking for it, but currently no validation of a trade for me that's giving me confidence in a short position. Morning, though, Zinc. How we doing? Just want to wait for a setup to form here, guys. Nothing really giving me any major validation right now, so I just want to play patient, right? Sitting back on the saddle right now until we get a setup that comes to us, right? I don't want to be forcing anything else. It's the biggest thing for me right now. Yep. Yeah, was looking for a short in gold, but not getting anything super crazy right now, so waiting it out. Ah, actually just opened up. Gold is not going to give me that validation either. NASDAQ as well. Looks like I'm not getting much here that's giving me a lot of interest, folks. We got a re-add zone here on NASDAQ that's forming with this equilibrium. Wouldn't you take a short off that gold SIST? I mean, technically, this one, yes. This didn't form another change in state, so I wouldn't have taken anything within the short position. But this was invalidated with this long here with that minus 4.5 as well. So two counteracting, not interested in that short position. You think about London session today? I actually caught the long, but I don't know if it was really valid. Just 4:35. If you don't mind checking it out, Rixie, wait, at 4:35 a.m. on gold, or which one? Which 4:35? Oh, on NQ. Got it. I'll check that quick here. Off 4:35, not quite the most valid. On what time frame though? 5-minute time frame. Not the most valid trade setup. Actually that would work if you took this change in state here. If you took this change in state of delivery and you entered off of 415 or 435, but your first validation for an actual entry signature would be on that 415 candle. So this would have been a long entry here. Entered on that confirmation, stop at that change in state, targeting a 2-to-1. Right? So this actually would have been a valid long. Sweet. Yeah, this would have worked then. That would have definitely worked as a long. You created a new C2 swing, followed by that change in state. Tesla here invalidated that high. We got a rejection off that high, which is what I was anticipating. Cool, thank you. Yeah, of course. You didn't take a short. I did not. I did not take a short off gold. I have not taken a gold off short. A gold off short. A short off gold. Jesus Christ. Look at this price action, guys. This is not what I want to see right now. If you guys haven't already, by the way, feel free to like the stream. A little like and subscription on the stream if you haven't quite yet. Helps me out a lot, my folks. Would appreciate it a lot. A lot. So also 1010, are you still in here? I can go over the EQ now, by the way. Let me know if you're still in chat. Would love to go over equilibrium for you, boss. So Tesla gave that invalidation off that hourly high, by the way. So I'm looking for a put signature. Grabbing some nice weeklies. Yes, sir. All right, 1010. So when it comes to equilibrium, I typically just use a rectangle tool and you utilize equilibrium on higher time frame candles to detect whether or not market is going to get a continuation. I have a great video on my channel, but I will still explain this to you that when you are trading equilibrium, it's important, it's vital to trading success, because if you're able to identify where market needs to respect on a higher time frame candlestick is when you're going to see where potentially market might lie moving into the future, right? So, wait, it's not working. Hold up, my screen is frozen. My apologies. Give me just a second here, champ. My screen is frozen. Very nice. Yes, no worries. Yeah, my apologies. It's completely frozen. Wait 1 sec. I don't know why that froze on OBS. Apologies there, sir. Give me just a second here. Bear with me. What is going on? Why did you freeze? Excuse me. I'm live on stream. Wait, sorry about that. I don't know why it just decided to freeze on me like this. Super frustrating. What is going on? Sorry about this, guys. Apologies. Quick little pause on the stream here while I wait and see what is happening with my screen. A little frustrating. Trying to get some content. All right, so here, what do we see when you're on a higher time frame candlestick, right? You utilize the rectangle tool to help you identify where a 50% mark on a candle would be. So an example like EQ would be here. So when I'm looking for a long position and I want to see a continuation, I don't want to see a candle retrace more than equilibrium, or else that invalidates a long, right? I also don't want to see a closure below equilibrium. So the simple way to explain it is if we have a retrace, we close below this equilibrium, then we can anticipate market might go lower. But if we get a candle wick rejection off of this equilibrium, candle wick rejection, we can anticipate that price, if we get a bullish signature, is going to continue higher. That's literally as simple as it is when you're utilizing equilibrium. Because if you break the 50% of a previous candle, you're basically removing the chance that there's more than 50% of move of a candle is invalidating a move, especially if you get an actual candle body closure below it, like the end of a candle, versus when you're using equilibrium and you're using it for wick rejections. That's when you can really see more entry models form and more validation form within that as well. That's the very, very simple way to explain it. The very, very simple way to explain it. Quite the aggressive swing here. Looks like we did get a short signature that formed on the big NAS. Yes, correct. Find some alignment. Body of candle. How do you mark EQ wick? I mean, I have it in a weird way. I use the rectangle tool and then I use the 50%. So I just have it like this, right? And I just have it marked as an EQ. So I have a setting that marks it off as my EQ directly. That's literally what I do. Mine's very simple. I know people have other ways, but I just prefer the rectangle tool as my EQ. That's the main way I do it. So, Tesla invalidation. Those shorts looked good there on that 4 hour. That 4 hour short looked good. Gold not giving me any setup as well right now. No setup on gold, technically. Already played out that minus 4.5. Did create a new C2, but this isn't quite a change in state. I mean, this is a very long change in state, so not feeling interested in that setup as well. So guys, it's honestly might be looking like a no trade morning for me. I'm just gonna move into the mid-afternoon or PM session, if I'm gonna be honest. Right, because I don't want to be forcing any trades, especially in markets like this. Right, this is a very bouncy movement, so I'm not in any validation of any trade setup quite yet as well. If you guys haven't already, feel free to like the stream. We have 38 of us and 16 likes, so just hit a little like. Looks like a comeback this afternoon. It's looking like it, eh? It is looking like it. Nothing really speaking to me at the moment. So just kind of waiting it out, eh? See what happens here. Yeah, way too big of a stop loss. Unless you have that capital that you're okay risking that much, this is a humongous stop. That's a 123 point stop. No thank you. I'm completely okay. That was a massive stop. I typically like to keep mine 40 to 60 max. CL, beautiful 1 hour. Nice. Yeah, crude is a fun one for sure. I don't trade crude too much, to be so real with you. But yeah, I can assume that was probably a good setup. Good work. Alicio, great work on that though. Well done. Well done, braza. I keep on waiting on the world to change. Guys, this is a slow morning for me. Slow morning. Yes, is just showing better PA in general than NASDAQ this morning. Much cleaner setups. You see this long and this short position. Much cleaner setups. Tesla shorts are absolutely validated here on this new hourly. Happy to see that. I typically know when it's valid, Jack. I don't use breakaway gaps too much now. That is not within my model. Okay, ... So guys, there's nothing in this trade setup that is giving me any validation for a trade. 1 minute looked clean on this short, but look how large of a change in state that is, right? Nobody wants a 120 point stop, right? So if we respect this equilibrium, a good potential place to retake shorts is take them within this T spot for a re-entry into a short position with your stop loss above that equilibrium. Right, that would be the only okay place to enter if you missed the original change in state. Plus, it keeps your stop a lot shorter because your stop is just at that equilibrium. And if we respect that equilibrium with a wick and reject back below, then we can anticipate market is going to continue and validate this C2 bearish change in state of delivery. Right, so that's the most important thing. With gold right now, yeah, we've formed a long, we have the C2, whatever. We've formed this long, this is a setup, but I just am not the biggest fan. We did clear this minus 4.5 standard deviation, so not the worst actually. And if we retest this change of state, revalidate it, and get a rejection above, this could be another entry into a nice long position too. Right, so these are the type of things we need to be watching for when we are trading, folks. Big time, right? Thing is, that is another wide stop once again, but if that is a trade setup that is interesting to you, then by all means, rip it. NASDAQ, we'll see what happens with this equilibrium here on NASDAQ, see if we actually respect it to begin with. Leo is a knower. Dun, dun, dun. Big time knower. You know me, guys. Huge knower. That's my middle name. I'm the knower of all knows. So yeah, gold's the only one that's interesting me right now with a potential long. But even then, I don't know. It did form that fractal. So this is technically a valid trade setup. NASDAQ here, looks like we're so far rejecting. We're having micro retracements within this T spot. So yeah, it's decent. It's not crazy, but it is a setup. It is forming within the model, which means that I will potentially be taking an entry. Emphasis on potentially for the time being. Yeah, other than that, how are we all doing today? Have we taken any trades? Have they worked in our favor? What's it looking like for everybody? I know, Alicia, you took a nice little CL long, I believe, for that continuation, which is sweet, and I'm happy to hear that. Who else, though? Expansion up is looking nice right now. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's looking pretty good here. I am a fan. No trades here today. Quick buy earlier. Nice. What was your buy on, Javier? I missed the open 1 hour OB, but long, that's all good. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Part of the game. There we go. That was a retest of that change in state of delivery here on gold. See if we get an expansion higher. Maybe a bullish closure on this 3 minute for a validation higher would be chef's kiss, eh? Eh? Now's the two cons made 500 now. Sweet. Quick, did you enter on Fractal, or what was your entry model for that? It's always just fun to see whose entry models do what. Validation in this gold setup here. T-spot still being respected here. ES hasn't even retested the T-spot yet after that short signature, but such a wide stop. Oh my God. I mean, literally such a wide stop. I like to use standard deviations for most of the time that I'm in those trades. Like -2 and -4. And -2 is the most common one I use, but I do enjoy looking at -2.5 and -4 if I have any runners on a position. Why do you use the 3 minute example on the 1 hour when 5 minutes is the proper? I mean, the 3 minute, when I use the 3 minute, I'm using it with a 30 minute alignment. And when I use the 5 minute, I use it with a 1 hour alignment. I just was swapping for looking at what the 3 minute PA was looking like. But I use 3 and 30 minute alignment and 5 and 1 hour. I'm not looking at 3 minute to use it with an hourly alignment. Yeah. If you guys haven't already, feel free to like the stream, folks. Great having a bunch of new faces in here today. We are 10 subs off of 600, folks. Let's go, baby. We'll take that. GC8M R1 looked like amazing C2 close, but zooming out of the R4 is just a higher time frame consolidation. Patience is rewarding. Paying close attention to EQ. Bingo, bingo, bingo. You're speaking my language. Absolutely. Absolutely, Alicia. Sit back in the saddle. That's like my line on stream, guys, saying sit back on the saddle. That's like my go-to line. Alrighty, guys, today we're sitting back on the saddle. We're sitting back on the saddle today. NASDAQ, see, there's just not much going on here on any time frame, right? Nobody likes what we're seeing right now. This PA is dookie. Straight cheeks, guys. Not a fan of this PA at all. Yeah, those gold longs are indeed getting validated. Hell yeah, retest that change in state. We will take that. 1K before the end of the year. The goal is 5K. Let's see if we can make it happen, eh? That is a chef's kiss here. Bingo. Retest that change in state like I said. That is a nice long. That is a nice long. You are targeting quite a big stop. 10-point stop there, but you've got a nice... Curious to see. You could use EQ as your stop as well. Ooh, what if I did actually, yeah, base of that EQ. I'm going to do below that EQ. Getting invalidation there. That's a 5-1. Jesus Christ, which means 2-1 already is tagged. It's target minus 2.5 standard deviation, then 4.6. That was a boner candle on gold, I'll tell you. That means NASDAQ is probably having a run up as well. There we go. Tesla as well. Look at that, folks. Cash money bagging. Setup finally formed. That was a nice retest, that change in state. See, I like a setup like this. This is what I call quality. This is a quality control setup. I will take this any day of the week. Change in state form. C2 swept that previous hourly, respected it with a candle wick here on this hourly time frame, or on this 30-minute time frame. Above this equilibrium here, printed a change in state of delivery, validated that change in state, retested that change in state, and now we're bonering up. Could we get a sweep of the current highs on NASDAQ to displace lower? Let me check. Yeah, I mean, most likely. We could definitely absolutely we could get a sweep of those previous highs, like that New York session high, 1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. There is a big chance with that move. 1010s, yeah, hitting 1K before the year would be awesome, guys. That's why I really appreciate all the support. Subscribing on the channel if you're new, liking the streams, stuff like that really helps me out quite a lot. So would appreciate as much support as I can receive from y'all. The goal is to hit 5K before the end of the year. I set a big milestone because originally my first goal was 500 by the end of the year, and we smashed that within 1 month of posting consistently. So yeah, see, NASDAQ and ES, there's no reason to be trading this PA, right? We're not given any position. This is way too big of a stop for a short. 5K is nothing. Facts. I gotta set my goals higher. You're so right. I start listening to you, Track. I keep on waiting. There we go. Gold now reaching higher here, already way past that 2-1, almost at 3-1 RR here on this long. Sorry, I like the stop placement there, right below that equilibrium, right below that T-spot equilibrium there. That's nice. See, this is good. This is risk management here, because what is that? That's only a couple bucks. ES and NQ at an SMT of the current consolidation. If it holds an inverse assist, I'll short the retest. Bingo, 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 baby. Lawazi, I like that. Coming in with a plan. Big fan. Tesla here, going on this hourly once again, a retest. If we get invalidation of that previous candle body high, then I'm anticipating lower movement on Tesla. But looks like it's correlating nicely here with NAS and ES. So did form a nice high with that C2 at 9 o'clock. So did NAS as well. So that is what we are seeing. Gold here continuing higher. Open, low, high, close candle is what it's looking like on this 30-minute. Open, low, high, close here. Very nice. We will take that indeed. We are 10 subs off of 600, folks. Hell yeah. Let's take that any day. Any freaking day, baby. Waiting on the world to change. Made 1,200 on gold longs. Thanks. Yeah, of course. First year profitable. I'm happy with this new year. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. Good shit. Happy to hear that, Lawazi. That makes me super happy for you, boss. Good shit. First year profitable, that's got to be a great feeling for you, eh? Came across your channel on YouTube 2 days ago randomly. Been hooked on your videos and live since. Dude, stoked to hear that, 1010s. Thank you, boss. See, that, guys, that fuels me, man. That shit fucking fuels me, dude. I love that. Y'all are awesome. Mohammed, really happy that those gold longs paid out for you, boss. That's part, I mean, not financial advice, but also happy that that worked out for you. 1010s, really stoked to hear that though, boss. That makes me super, super happy, dude. Super, super happy. I did not take those 5-minute shorts, baby. I did not take those 5-minute shorts, no. I was not in on that trade. No news data on Monday today, so we're just kind of letting the market do its thing here. See if we can smash that -2 standard deviation on a gold would be pretty sweet, eh? There we go. And guys, just letting you know, I will not be saying when I'm entering a trade just for the sake of legal reasons. I will be talking about trades I'm looking at, and when I'm already in a trade. But an example like this gold position, I did take a long position off that change in state of delivery retest. So I am in on logs on on gold, but just want to clarify once again with you guys, I will not be saying directly my entries, but I will be giving education as to when an entry looks good for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Do just need to say that every single time I stream, just because I do not want to be legally responsible for any losses you guys take off of my streams. I will be very happy about those wins. Like gold here about to smash this. Oh my god. Are you thinking of taking a trade on NQ? NQ wasn't giving me anything right now. There's no reason for me to trade this PA. This 5 minute kind of looks pretty ugly. We respected that T-spot, but just not interested. Gold was my main one here. Looks like we're actually about to smash this TP here. Stoic Jack, what is up, dude? Good seeing you again, boss. Welcome back to the stream. Mohammed, happy to hear that. You'll buy me dinner. You'll buy me dinner at some point, Mohammed. Could you share what the indicator you have on the trading? Because I can't find a decent one on my own. This one is the T-Trades fractal model. So it's an actual paid indicator made by T-Trades himself. I do have a 20% off coupon code if you use, or discount, Jesus. If you use code LEO, L-E-O, or LEO, L-E-O, you'll get 20% off of the monthly. So I think it comes down to $30 a month, a little bit. Minute one candle close, it gives Sisti on NASDAQ. If it closes here, my model is formed, I will be shorting. Lawazi, go for it. Could you go over this gold setup again, Mr. Nobody? Absolutely. I feel so bad whenever I say that. Looks like we actually might get this minus 2.5 here. Guys, this is money. This is cash. I did take longs. I did take longs on gold. I did take longs on gold. I did indeed take longs on gold. Yeah, I mean, the 4 hour doesn't look too pretty, but we rejected off of a 4 hour demand. So I was anticipating power 3, baby, expansion into this 1 hour breaker, which is exactly what we're seeing happening right now, right? This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. Thank you, G. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so Mr. Nobody, so with this trade setup, what was I looking at here with gold, right? This formed a really large Sisti, don't like that. Use that 3 minute Sisti instead. Minus 2.5 is about to hit, guys. So this is about to be a beautiful trade here. 4.6 R. Oh my days. If we get, yeah, that's just cash. Anyway, so what did I see with gold here, right? My first thing going into market today with gold. I posted this on my watch list yesterday and on the server. But what did I see happen here? We created this nice 4 hour demand with gold, followed by these PD arrays. And then we also have this 1 hour breaker block that had formed, right? What was I hoping to see gold do? Well, every single time we retested this 4 hour demand, what did we see gold do? Oh, I think I just got sold out. I think I just hit minus. Oh my god, I think I'm like 1 point off. Oh, wait, hold up. We'll go over this trade up. Bang, baby. That's fucking cash. That is fucking cash, baby. That is cash. $940 in the bag, like nobody's fucking business. Guys, that is quality. This is quality, baby. This is quality right here. This right here, quality. Quality trade. Quality trade. Somebody say 4.6 R? Yeah. Yeah, the fuck they did. Yeah, the fuck they did, baby. That is a 4.6 R. 4.6 R minus 2.5 standard deviation hit, baby. Live on stream. That is what we live for. Let's freaking go, baby. That is what we like. Like the fucking stream, guys. Like the stream. Let's get a couple likes. We have 48 of us and 25 likes. I know you guys could hit a little like button. Little baby one. Come on now. Come on now. Right? GG's. Alrighty. Well, now I'm at least going to recap this trade. W on gold, bro. That's crazy quality. Thanks, guys. Congrats. Appreciate it. All right, let's go into some recapping now, shall we? How do we want? Let's get a recap here. So 4 hour. I'm gonna give you guys a little gist as to what I gave in my Discord server. They got this live. This was my game plan from yesterday, right? Posted this live in the premium server. But anyways, what did we see happen here? 4 hour demand on gold. What happened every single time gold retested this 4 hour demand? We saw an aggressive buy a bullish move, right? Here we have this Wednesday form at that 10 o'clock 4 hour, which created a PD array, rejected back above. We had a power of 3 candle expansion higher. We retest this once again, retest this 4 hour demand, respect it with a wick on the 4 hour, reject, get a 4 hour expansion into this breaker block. This was a 1 hour breaker block that had formed. Just to emphasize which candlestick I'm using, I'm utilizing this candlestick here. This is a breaker candlestick, right? So this created a 1 hour breaker. And so I wanted to ensure that this 1 hour breaker would get respected as well. What did we see happen on this 4 hour? Well, we retested the encroachment or the middle line, the 50% marker of a breaker block, rejected back below. What did we see happen? We smashed this 4 hour demand, created a bullish closure, but obviously I wasn't trading 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, so PA is pretty wonky, right? So what happened at this 6 o'clock candle, which is what I was looking for, is we saw us retest into that 4 hour demand. So let's move to the hourly time frame now and see what happens, right? Rejection, bullish move, rejection, bullish move, rejection, bullish move, rejection, was anticipating a bullish move now, right? Now what happened here? Saw rejection on that 1 hour of this 4 hour demand, pulled higher, bullish closure above, and here's the thing, right? We had a bullish closure above. Here, watch this, see if we can get some time frame alignment for you guys, hey? So this 1 hour time frame, what do we see happens? We get this bullish closure above this 2 candle body down closure, and now this 7 o'clock had an expansion higher, followed by an 8 o'clock. Then what did we see happen at this 9 o'clock, which is what I was talking about, is I was looking for a retracement prior to a pull higher, because what was my next area of interest with liquidity was this 1 hour breaker block. So this is what I wanted, right? Rejection off that 4 hour, then get some smaller time frame confirmation, which was the 3 minute change in state of delivery with that C2 sweep, and this 1 hour breaker as my entry zone. So now we move to the 3 minute, and look what happened here. Rejection off of this, bullish confirmation higher, we continued, then we see this 930 open here. This is this 930 open. What do we see happens with market? We retest these lows. We sweep these lows, bullish signature, change in state of delivery, confirmation above change in state, entry on the retest of that change in state, and look at this. Now we're rejecting off that minus 2.5 standard deviation. So this trade here yielded an A+ setup in my eyes, because this short signature, or this long signature, was printed off of multiple layers of confluence. 4 hour demand, 1 hour breaker as my area of liquidity, where I wanted to see market pull if we got a confirmation. We saw a beautiful sweep of some type of previous liquidity here, which had formed a new low within this move, which created a change in state, which gave us the validation of that change in state, which now, when we utilize the T-Trades fractal model, my favorite thing in the world, I put my stop below this 50% candle equilibrium, where this T-spot put in this 50% equilibrium and this T-spot readd zone. And that right there is A+. That's my trade recap, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Mic drop. Does that make sense, folks? Do we like that? Are we a fan of that? Looks like gold's just going to expand higher. Gold's going to hit minus 4.5. It's happening. Hell yeah, thanks, of course. Crystal clear. Happy to hear it. Just want to give you guys, and guys, those are what my videos are like. Like all my trade recap videos, for those of you that have been around on my channel for the past month, those are what all my trade recaps are. I do that for every single trade. Every single trade I take, I'm recapping it like that. So if you haven't already, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be subscribing if you like that, right? That is my content, and that's only the start, guys. This is just trade content. Wait till I start getting into the trading psychology. Bought a mic, and I'm actually going to be doing some live talking about trading psychology, mindset, becoming profitable, not letting greed get to you, etc. 50% of which candle, the 30 minute that swept? Yes, the 30 minute. 3-minute alignment with that 30-minute. Yes. Yes. I use the 30-minute equilibrium, Mr. Nobody. I'm just going to call you Nobody. I don't like saying Mr. Nobody. It feels disrespectful for some reason. Gold looks like it's honestly going to continue this minus 4.5 because that's still within that equal. It's almost within that equal or the 50% marker on that breaker. So let's honestly see what happens there, eh? Money, money, money. It's so funny. Gold is expanding, guys. Gold is expanding. T-Spot now printing another area for re-ads here. Not a shocker. Right, guys? Even the indicator knows we're banking, baby. Guys, that was a $1,400 trade. That's good, guys. That feels good. Great move on gold. Appreciate it, Zinc. Dude, that was cash, guys. That was cash. Live on stream, I said, watch that retest, that change in state. And bang! Straight cash, baby. Shorted ES 15-minute or test. Nice. Nice. I haven't checked ES. That's not a bad setup. Not a bad setup at all. Retesting this liquidity we rejected off of previously. Gold. Oh my god, guys. New 3-minute on gold. Bang. CVNQ Holy Grail. Dude, I'm eyes on gold right now. Sorry, guys. I'm fucking mesmerized by this baby girl. I'm mesmerized by my baby girl right now. Look at her. Look at her move. Total P&L for the day, 1,518. Trade win percent, 100% for the day. One and done, baby. One and freaking done. That's how we do it, guys. That's how we do it here. That's how we do it. Big fan of that. Let's fucking take that any day of the week. Any day of the week, guys. That is how we freaking do it. That's how we like it. Hey, yeah. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, hit me with the little follow. Hit me with a little subscription, little like, little comment on one of my videos. Oh my god, Leo, you're so goated at trading. I'm totally messing. But going to get wide, then I'll be back on stream. Sounds good, Zinc. Sounds like a plan. Guys, that is money, baby. Gold is now reaching for that -4 standard deviation. As I was saying, NASDAQ here invalidating shorts at the moment, rejecting off of that liquidity, which I said to watch out for, right? So until we get a candle body closure below that, I'm not interested in any shorts, right? Still a valid short setup here. That T-spot did end up getting respected on the 5-minute time frame, but I'm not interested in this, right? Let's be so real. To all of you on the stream right now, just look at this, right? Look at the P&L and the price action between NASDAQ and gold. Which one would you rather take, right? This gave us such a clear signature. On May 1st, Mohammed, good work, dude. Good freaking work. That's what we like to hear. Hey, huge congrats to you, Mohammed. That's awesome. Very happy to hear that. Hey, Mohammed, if you ever want to post a trade that you took off of my stream, feel free to post it on Twitter and tag me. I'd love to comment and reply on that. Say, like, you know, Leo's YouTube gold long made me X amount of money, thanks. Or just that you took a trade while I was streaming. I'll make sure I comment on it. Yes, guys, if you haven't already, by the way, I do mostly do live streams on my Discord server. It's Options Compound. It's in the description of the chat right now. So if you haven't already, feel free to check that out. Options Compound. It's under. I have my invite link as well, which I believe works. If you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord server. We've got education going there all the time. Exactly like today, how this gold long worked out. I had it on my watch list last night. Right? I literally had it on my watch list last night where I said gold 4 hour. And in my watch list, I said anticipating price to retrace to 1 hour breaker. I said rejection off the 4 hour breaker and 4 hour demand. Anticipating price to retrace to this 1 hour breaker. What did we see happen? Why would you put your stop there, Leo? Million blog. I put my stop here because it was below. I didn't want as large of a stop. I didn't want a full 10-point stop. I'm not a fan of a full 10-point stop. And so I just was willing, in this example, I just used that 30-minute equilibrium as my stop zone. Where can I find the link? Yeah, let me get that for you there, boss. So I wanted to use just a couple points below this equilibrium and this Riyadh zone as an invalidation of these longs, because I didn't want as wide of a stop on gold for today. Typically, I would use the move, the base of a change in state of delivery, but I was not interested in that today. So I utilized that 30-minute equilibrium as my stop zone. That's exactly why I would. And then let me get you the link to the server. I got you, boss. 1 second here. So here's the link to the Discord server if you guys are interested in more content like this. This is where I post my watch list live to our premium users all the time. This is what I do, daily basis, guys. You're getting a trade rundown. Oh my God, -4 is about to hit. Oh baby, -4 is about to hit. And there we go, -4 standard deviation hit. If you guys haven't already, feel free to join the Discord. I will be ending the live stream here relatively soon. Really good hour of streaming with a perfect gold trade here, right? This is cash money. So if you haven't already, feel free to hit the link in the chat right now. Join up on the server. I'll see you guys all in there, 1000%. I see, thank you. Do you trade Forex on I do not. I'm not too big of a fan of Forex. I don't trade Forex. Typically just indices and then commodities. Should have left a runner, shake my head. Now I know. Hey, fucking -4.6 RR, baby. I'll take that any day. Yeah, so if you haven't already, go check out the server and check out #subscribe here. That's where you'll see all of the upgrades for it. I post my live watch list every single day, guys. And I do live Q&As. I do everything. I do live Q&As, live trading, watch list recaps, trade entries, trade exits, trade ideas, etc. in there. So if you haven't already, go check it out. Just put it in the description. I'll even toss it in here one more time for the folks that may have not seen it. Right, there's the Discord. So feel free to hop in there, guys. Check out #subscribe here. We've got a great place, great community. We've got some incredible an incredible trader Zinc in there. So if you haven't already, feel free to check that out. But guys, oh my gosh, right? Cash money. So I'm gonna mark this out now because I gotta get my tweet ready, guys. I gotta get my tweet ready for this trade. Y'all better gas it up. Y'all better gas up this tweet. That's that 30-minute EQ. Look, we're jumping so high here, guys. It's even off my fucking screen. It's literally off my screen. I can't even see it anymore. It's taken off without me, guys. Gold said screw it. I'm going back to all-time highs. Gold said screw it. See, NASDAQ, yes, guys. No reason why you should trade this. See, this is why you need a watch list, folks. This is why you need a freaking watch list. This gold trade I mapped out yesterday to the entirety of our premium. I said, guys, watch for these gold longs. This is what I'm looking for. I want to see a rejection off of this 4-hour demand and then a retrace into this 1-hour breaker. Dog. This trade worked out A+. What did we see? Rejection off 4-hour demand, bullish confirmation, continuation of that 1-hour breaker. Bust. Insane trade. Alrighty, guys. Feel free to join the Discord. Also, we're at 29 likes on the stream. If I can just get one more like and off the stream on a 30, I'll be a happy camper. But I can't do that without one of you hitting that like button. So if you guys do feel like you did enjoy the content from today's stream, feel free to just hit the like button. It helps me out. but had a US bullet position. I held the jagged part, and now I'm grateful if NASDAQ hits the current. I will break even and call it a day. Sweet. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, there we go. That's 30 likes in the stream. Shout out to whoever was that final like. But yeah, guys, I'm going to throw the Discord link in there one more time. I'm going to do a PM session potentially on the Discord. As per usual, guys, if you did enjoy the stream today, feel free to subscribe and like for more. And if you guys took any of the trades that I took on stream today, or just like the educational content, feel free to even just post a testimonial on Twitter and tag me. My name on Twitter is Leo Invest. So if you guys are interested in more live streams like this, seeing the support from you guys is the main motivator for me to keep doing these free lives, because once again, we're all here for the same reason of making money and becoming profitable traders, right? So I hope my education, I hope my videos, I hope these live streams help you all really get good with that. And honestly, that's my main goal with all of you, right? So that's what I want. That's what I want to see every single one of you do. Support these streams, and in return I can support with this education. But guys, hope you enjoyed this stream once again. If you haven't already, feel free to click that Discord link. I will be probably live for a PM session today. Nice little light PM session around 11-12 o'clock PST. And if you guys did enjoy today, like, subscribe, check out my videos for more context on my trades, how I enter, how I use the fractal. And other than that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the very, very next stream. So see you in PM in the Discord if you're in there. If not, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for a live. Bye now, everybody. Y'all have a good one.